We like to think it's paradise where we live. It's amazing what you do to protect that.
Alright, first of all, the question that I've been asking myself a lot, and for a few years now, will we ever see a new Killzone game? Well, it's been almost 10 years since the last game, and Guerrilla Games as well must have taken this question a lot. Well, the short answer to that is no, there's no sequel nor a prequel to the series in the making, and neither it would happen sometime later. What will happen, however, is a full remake of the series' trilogy as suggested by Guerrilla Games itself. However, as far as a release window, right now, we just wait. There is absolutely nothing more than this out there, and that is all we know.
Stand up to this barbarism. The world is watching, and they will see who is right. They will see who stands on the side of truth.
Now, I've actually mentioned this one a few times already, that Slitherhead, which is a brand new IP by the same creators who came up with Silent Hill 1 all the way back 20 years ago, is being developed, and there's 2 more Silent Hill projects in the making as I'm speaking. One of which is just Hideo Kojima actually reviving his cancelled Silent Hills game in addition to an unnamed project. Kojima is actually working with both PlayStation and Konami for the new game, and there's words that an official announcement for it is finally coming our way in the following months. You could have heard this one already, but a brand new obviously a AAA entry in the Midnight Club series is in the making. Has been in the making since 2019 and rumored to be coming out to the next generation of consoles soon. Okay, we have BioShock 4, or basically the unofficial title for the new BioShock game that 2K Games announced like a couple years ago, that's being developed and not by the same team, but a totally brand new team going by Cloud Chamber Games. All we do know right now, according to its developers, is that this new game takes place in 1960s Antarctic city called Parkside, and that they are actually playing their cards for this game very carefully. Other than that, we're just hoping 2022 will be the year we get some actual trailer for it as well.
Here!
Blacklist cannot be stopped.
One new attack every 7 days.
Alright, no more than a few days ago, we came across a few leaks that a Splinter Cell game is in the making. Not acting as a sequel, nor a prequel, but a remake. Just a tiny bit earlier we got the news, the developers of which, actually Ubisoft announced, and I don't even know how I missed out on this one, but did come out and say that we're still in very earliest stages of development. With that said, there is plans of a showcase for the project later on in 2022, and in addition to a few other projects that were supposedly in the making. So just keep it in mind.
I am the Splinter Cell.
Now look, for all we know, we may be able to pass you through their security, because you're not a normal bioterrorist.
Now, as in the case of Infamous, which I have been waiting for a slight beam of light throughout all these years in Sony's state of play since a decade ago, well, I think it's actually safe to say that 2022 is actually the year we get some actual reveal for it. This, already supposedly a new game in the series, started development since 2020. All things considered, y'all should probably take this with a massive grain of salt, as Sony is to officially announce their plans. Alright guys, which begs the question, is there still a chance for us to have hands on another Medal of Honor game in the future? Well, the answer to that is, there's no doubt that even a remake, let alone a sequel, would make us a lot happy. And yes, it was actually just revealed that an installment of the series as a virtual reality game is being developed by Respawn Entertainment and is actually in the making.
The only one to ever escape. She was the one that got away. She needs to be cut. Take me to her. Now.
Your wish is granted.
We had from earlier this year the same folks behind Destruction All-Stars game that came out and said they were actually working on a new Twisted Metal game. Well, for those of you wondering, this project actually just switched developers and it's now sort of being handled by Firesprite Games. Now, these folks have yet to officially announce this new game. Twisted Metal itself, however, for those of you unfamiliar, is the single first most amazing vehicular combat games that goes back to almost 25 years back.
% of the world's population had been killed or converted by the Chimera.
Some of you might remember that the same creators behind Days Gone, well, the zombie survival game from earlier, not too long ago hinted that they have an open world Resistance game in the making after about a decade of just nothing but silence. Now, as first actually reported, these developers are interested in rebooting the Resistance series, which is supposedly being handled by Insomniac Games, for those of you new. However, all we have in terms of update is that such thing might happen in the following year. That's it.
My God.
Get down!
Fight or we die. Isn't that right?
And last but not least, there is the one and only Dino Crisis. Now, believe it or not, Capcom does have a Dino Crisis inspired project in the making going by Exo Primal. Apparently actually connected to the Dino Crisis universe as well, and set to be coming out to the PlayStation 5, for the Xbox consoles as well, and also PCs on Steam sometime next year. The game of subject, however, in case you're wondering, is a blend of science fiction aesthetic and survival horror games. Check it out in case you missed it.